Hello, and welcome to another video. Today, I'll be showing you everything that I opened in the pre-release for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll show you the deck that I played and give you my thoughts on it. And then at the end, we'll open up my prize packs together. Let's get right into it. Let's open this up and pull everything out. I got the Donatello spin down, by the way. Let me know what you got. My deck is all still put together, so let's look at that first. I'll just take a moment to unsleeve everything and lay it all out. Alright. Here is the deck that I played. With this, I went 2-1. I honestly feel like I could have done better, but game 3 was pretty tough for me. Rounds 1 and 2, I won both 2-0, and then round 3 kinda went off the rails. In one of the games, I didn't get beyond 4 land, so wasn't ever really able to do more than one thing per turn, unfortunately. But beyond that, I really enjoyed playing this. I thought it was a lot of fun. But let's go through this a little bit more granularly and I'll talk about my experience with it. I suppose we can look at lands and 1-drops together because they're both kind of small categories. So for the lands, I feel like I took kind of a calculated risk. I ran 16 land total, even though I had 2 6-drops and 4 5s. I thought running 2 colorless lands might be a little dicey. But I had Jenica and Bebop, which are both land cyclers, and 2 of the Omni Cheese pizzas, which both draw a card. So I actually felt okay about my land situation. And as far as the Northampton farm itself, I do like them. I only ever got as far as exiling a creature that was about to die. And games ended pretty quickly, so I never broached the topic of returning creatures with it. But that seems like a perfect late game thing to do. And if you're running a disappear deck, I think the exile ability is also really great. So you can always trigger disappear in case nothing else left the battlefield this turn. Squirrelinoids is perfectly good. Just a 1-mana death touch creature. Dreambeavers I thought was really good. Basically the perfect turn 1 play for me. When it enters, you drain 1 and scry 1, which is already great. Plus it's got flying. So on turn 2, you're probably good to attack with this, thanks to that little bit of evasion, which makes it perfect for sneaking in anything with a sneak cost of 2, and then you're happy to replay this as a cheap creature with a really good ETB, so I loved this card. Looking at all of our 2-mana stuff, I think Chrome Dome kinda stands out as the most out-of-place thing here. He probably had the least synergy with the rest of my deck. This Ninja Cavalry was the only artifact creature I had aside from the token that it made. So this +1/+0 ability was a little lost. And the activated ability to copy an artifact only had these 3 targets. But it did really come in handy, honestly. There were a few games where I was able to copy this and get another token, or copy this to draw another card. So, even though it was a bit narrow, I still enjoyed it. At worst, it's a 2-mana 1/3, so not terrible. Splinter I thought was really good. He does have Menace, which is a bit buried in the text box there, but that makes him another good target for sneaking stuff in. Or with his own sneak ability, you can pump your other ninjas as kind of a surprise combat trick. And unsurprisingly, there are a lot of ninjas in this deck. Like this Ninja Cavalry is both a robot and a ninja, so it benefited from both of these. Dark Leo and Shredder was great. I never did get up to 5 ninjas, unfortunately, so did not get to use this ability to take half my opponent's life, but the threat was real, and people did scoop to this, so that's interesting. I mean, even just sneaking this in and giving all of your ninjas Death Touch really changes combat and can be very demoralizing for your opponent. I enjoyed Leader's talent. I didn't see it very much. I think only 1 or 2 games. I never advanced beyond level 1, but it was perfectly good. Omni Cheese Pizza was good. Basically just cycles and then is something to sacrifice later, which can certainly be important for Disappear. Also, a little bit of mana fixing, so I don't mind that. And a perfectly serviceable removal spell. Doubles as a Disappear enabler, so I really like that. For the 3-mana spells, we had pretty standard creature fare. Orokusaki I thought was really good for sneaking in to draw a card, usually off of a Dream Beaver or something like that. But after that it becomes pretty difficult to continue attacking with, assuming your opponent is setting up creatures of their own. So, for me, this was often just a one-and-done kind of thing, but I think it was worth playing anyway. It can probably kill something as a blocker, but yeah, just kind of temper expectations that you might not get in more than once with this. Shredder's Technique and Make Your Move, these were good removal spells. And Ninja Teen put a lot of work in for me. I had this one in hand quite a lot. Getting it up to level 2 is certainly worth it, even if you're not invested in Sneak, but especially if you are. I did not run anything that cost 4, aside from the sneak on Shredder Unrelenting, but that's the only way that I cast this card. Getting this in for 6 damage on turn 4 was very good. I would certainly run this again. These two, pretty standard, perfectly decent. And this I never paid 5 for. In my head, I treated this as pay 1 into white to destroy target tapped creature, which is a pretty limiting way to think of this card, but I did have other removal to fall back on. And finally, I had 2 Cranks and Shredders. This card was so fun. I only had one game where this really went off, but it was so fun. I highly recommend. Not having to pay to cast the card is kind of messed up. All you have to do is sacrifice a food token or something. And even if you never attack with this, it steals a card right when it enters. So, yeah, this was great. Next, I guess we can look at cards that I could have run, but didn't. In white, I definitely considered running all of these. This one I cut just because I had more straight up removal, so I didn't really think that I needed it. Make Your Move, I would have loved to run, but it was a real struggle to get down to 24 playables. Leonardo and Mighty Mutanimals I thought were probably going to be pretty good, but I wasn't really in a go-wide deck, so I was really trying to narrow down and focus on what I was doing. In black, I'm certain I could have made use of the Foot Mystic, but I was concerned that it would be a bit slow for me. And while I did enjoy the first Rokusaki I was running, I'm kinda glad that I wasn't running a second one because of how difficult it was to attack with it. And then Pain 101 and Paramecia Coloniacs. I don't know. Just didn't really feel like these were for me. For multicolored and non-colored, I thought about running Ice Cream Kitty, but just felt like I had better stuff going on in my 2-mana slot. Turtle Blimp I thought was a little slow for me. Would have been a good thing to copy with Chrome Dome, but anyway. And I would have liked to run EPF Point Squad, but there was way more black in my deck than white, so I thought asking for double white on turn 3 was going to be pretty unlikely. And obviously the earlier you play this, the better, so took a pass on it. For non-basic land, there was nothing in my colors. And then these are the rares that I didn't play. I'll go through and pull out the ones that I did play just so we can look at them all together. I think that's all. So, this was the distribution of rares I was looking at. Feels like quite a lot, but seemed pretty likely that I was going to end up in black, and probably black-white. Maybe I could have tried to shoehorn into Esper, but I was having a hard enough time cutting down on just the 2 colors that I had, so I am happy with what I ran, and I don't think I would change it. I felt pretty locked into black-white, and I did look through what I opened in other colors, but didn't really pay too much attention to it. But I guess we can go through those now just for posterity, and then we'll open up the prize packs. So here is our blue, where artifacts matter and we're drawing cards. So, yeah, not bad by any means, but maybe not a lot to go off of in blue. Here is our green. I like what we have going on here, and this looks like a much deeper color. Kind of a bummer that we have 3 of the same legendary, but at least it has forced cycling, so maybe we could run 2 of them and see what happens. I definitely would have considered running green, especially with the party dude and party planners in our pool, but of course there was that overwhelming amount of black in the pool. Red I thought looked pretty good as well. Maybe as a supporting color. I can definitely see the vision for the red-blue artifacts deck here. And finally, our last 2 multicolored spells. Nothing too exciting here. Just a set of commons. But that is all for the sealed pool. Let's close out by opening up my prize packs. So for my 2-1 record, I got 4 prize packs. And they also gave me this little bonus pack, so I guess we can open this one last. Let's see what we got. Genghis Frog. Another Krang and Shredder. Are you kidding? Well, we'll set that aside. Whoa, that's a cool Casey Jones. We've got Donatello Gadget Master and another Northampton Farm. I used to play pickup roller derby once in a while in Northampton, so that's fun. How nice. Slash is one of the cards that I called out in last week's video, so happy to see that. Here's our last play booster. Ooh, a Splinter Radical Rat. And a Weather Maker. Nice. Alright. And finally, our promo pack. We've got an Elegy Acolyte, a Caveron Harrier, and a Charming Scoundrel. I used to play that in Standard. There we have it. Thank you so much for joining me today for a look through my pre-release kit. I've had a lot of fun playing this set so far, and if you played in a pre-release, I would love to know how it went for you. Do you have any favorite cards from the set, or ones that you are excited to open? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I put out new Magic the Gathering ASMR videos every Monday and Friday. I truly appreciate all of your support, and I hope you have a wonderful day.